Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's tarot reading is going to be a very much so, it might be a very intense reading. It might come out as like just based on what February is going to be bringing a lot of people. There's going to be you're going to have very successful when it comes to money, and a lot of people, when it comes to the romance department, it's going to be very, hot and steamy as well. And for most people, when it just comes to your everything in general, I would say February is going to be a pretty intense month this year, because a lot of people, especially part of the spiritual community, have learned a lot of lessons within the past year, and are able to see things clearly from what they are. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're just gonna figure out what is coming up. This could be love, career, and this is for all zodiac signs. I'm asking my angels and ancestors to come through to help deliver this message on what is to come. What is coming for February for the collective? Like, what is the message for the collective? We're going to start with the Rider's Tarot deck. And this is the original tarot deck. You can find this in a lot of places. And then we also have the Tarot of the Divine. This is my other deck. You can also find this literally anywhere. You can get it at Spencer's. I got this one from an actual tarot shop. So you can definitely go find a tarot shop near you or in your downtown area, or even online, and you can find that same exact deck. You can also find them both on Amazon. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into today's video, because I feel like this month is going to bring a lot of intense energies for a lot of people. So what is the message for the collective, spirit, ancestors? What is the spirit? Okay, so before I did this, before I started, shuffling stuff, and before this card came out, the cards, I was just shuffling the cards for myself before I turned on the camera, because I was finishing the movie, and the devil came out from both decks twice. So that's why I feel like February, it might be a very hot and steamy month for a lot of people based on the devil energy. And I like to think it's the devil as like, I used to look at it in a different way, but now I look at it as in a way of like, it's a very intense card, very intense energy, and a lot of people look at it or look at the death card, or any cards that make people really feel a little fearful. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of intense energy when it comes to like finances, when it comes to love, when it comes to your life in general, like yourself. You could like start getting more intense with your life when it comes to like, maybe you change the way you do things, and intense changes are upon a lot of us, and that's why I would say that this is going to be a month full of intense energy. So the Ace of Cups is the first one that fell out. So this is kind of like letting me know there is a full offer here that is coming through. This could be love. This could be financial blessings, abundance. This could be something that's emotionally fulfilling for you, the collective. And this could also represent like the universe is truly handing you something. And with all the blue, I feel like this is going to be something that is very deep, very intense, very fulfilling, satisfying, very well loved and appreciated. And this is going to be something that definitely brings a lot of compassion, a lot of power, a lot of presence from the divine. This is going to be like unconditional love from the universe, from the angels, from anything that you believe in on the other side. This is something that is going to be very deep, very intense, very fulfilling, heart fulfilling. There's like so much heart chakra energy. And especially when I did a reading for myself today, I was getting a lot of heart chakra energy. And I really feel like there's gonna be like this month is gonna satisfy a lot of people, and like when it comes to just anything in general. And and a lot of people always like to say that these cards represent this, this, and this. I'm just delivering the message on how what comes out based on that card and what my angels tell me. And this is basically let me know like this is also a deep spiritual connection that you're attracted into your life, whether it's with a person, whether it's with your career, whether it's with changes in your life. There is this month is February 2022 is going to be a very month deep, intense energy. You might notice a lot of blue in general. You might notice yellow, but there's going to be a lot of blue, a lot of like throat chakra energy, a lot of sacral chakra energy. That's like confidence, and that's the throat chakra and the solar plexus. The solar plexus is like right there at the stomach, and solar plexus is all about like confidence, and I would say like happiness and joy, and just yellow in general brings in that type of energy. So I would say February is gonna be definitely a month that will fulfill a lot of needs that need to be met, and a lot of things that satisfy you as a person. And I'm also kind of like picking up like things really are about to be intense with the tower that fell out, and since that's beside the Ace of Cups, this is going to be a very intense month for a lot of people. And a lot of people don't know how to necessarily handle intense situations, especially if you're somebody who works with crystals, and you're always like wanting change or something, especially if you're working with like moldavite and stuff this month, or you're working with like new witchy supplies, you could say, whatever, when it comes to that type of sense. Like if you're working, like especially I think this month it's gonna feel like moldavite energy, if you've ever worked with moldavite, or if you've ever like used the crystal as moldavite, even if you didn't have it, and it just brought a lot of intense changes into your life. I do feel like this is gonna be one of those months where a lot of people are going through like major tower moments, as in like major life changes, like major things coming and going, major opportunities happen. It's almost gonna feel like a fight or flight response. It's almost gonna be like you want to fight the response, but you're kind of just gonna go with the flight. I would say flight or fight. It could also also I'm also picking up with the Ace of Cups. Like I'm listening to this like background music, and it says like I am enlightening my mind with truth, wisdom, and clarity. So I'm also kind of feel like this is gonna be a month full of like third eye intuition type of energy, like just having a knowing, or like being around people, like seeing things before they happen, having that deja vu energy, having those moments, having those major blessings and stuff like that, and just having very much intense fast changes as well. This is going to be a month full of, it's going to feel like chaos, but in a way where it's like this chaos is really bringing a lot of change into your life. A lot of major blessings, a lot of major things are happening. And this could be like in the romance department, there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of tears and fulfilling energies and fulfilling needs. And the fact that the Ace of Cups and the Tower came out, those are two really good cards, especially to come out together, because that could be like you're also attracting like your soul family in, and that energy might feel intense because like you meet these people and it's like you feel like you've already met them. And this could be just with people you're around in general, and you just start opening up more, and like you wear your heart on your sleeve type of energy. Like you're very open type of thing. You pour your heart out there, and that causes changes within your life. That causes major transformation, major things that just have to somewhat happen somehow, some way. And with those major changes, I would say like this could even be a spiritual change as well. This is honestly, this is going to be so many different life changes in one. Like, a lot of people say Ace of Cups represents this, this, and this. But it really depends on what the message that is coming through. Because the message that is coming through is like, this is different life changes for a lot of people. This is going to be more of like, this is going to be a lot of like major things that just happen in general. And it might, for a lot of people, it's going to take a toll on your mental health in a way where it's like, you know, things just kind of happen and you kind of just go with the flow of it. And then for some people, it'll feel like, oh my God, my world is falling apart, my world is falling down type of thing. But really, it's not. This is going to be a month of transformation, Moldavite, Malachite type of energy. There's also this crystal called Botswana agate, and what it does, it also brings changes within your life, just not as intensely and not as quickly, I would say, as Moldavite. But then again, it can, depending whether you're like new to the crystal world and you want changes immediately, or if not. But there's gonna be so much like change in general when it comes to life in general, when it comes to everything as well. There's gonna be so much, you know, so much energy, so much changes. We have the High Priestess that came out, and that's like letting me know there's also going to be like some psychic awakening. Like I said, this is going to be a whole spiritual transformation. This is going to be one of those things where you see things from a higher level. And this is going to be something that is definitely intense, definitely something that really like not necessarily brings out the worst in people, but brings out major changes. And that could be, like I said, the spiritual changes. Literally 2 of Cups at the bottom. This could be changes within friendships, partnerships. This could be changes, especially with the Emperor coming out. The Emperor's been coming out a lot. The Empress has been coming out a lot. This is a lot of people are moving into a very higher vibration, higher frequency. And that could be like being around people. That could be just like you change the people you're around, you change the energy you're around, you change the vibes that you're around, and things just kind of like happen in a way where it's like a happy, fulfilling type of energy. Like, I don't see February being a very bad and intense month for a lot of people, like, bad in the worst way. I see these changes happening for the best. And a lot of you are gonna have, like, I keep saying the moon a lot, and I literally think of the moon as like third eye, intuition type of thing. Because like on this deck you have the moon right here, you also have the moon literally on the sides as well, and the cards even have the moon on the back as well. And that's really like let me know there's gonna be some intense psychic changes, psychic abilities. I also kind of see it as like a lot of people are getting into these very mature energies, very mature vibes, that life is changing for the best in February for a lot of people. And that's all aspects of your life. When it comes to like maybe the hobbies you do, that will change. When it comes to the way you spend time by yourself, that will change. When it comes to the way you treat yourself, that will change. When it comes to the way people treat you, that will definitely change. And people will also be, noticing you, recognizing you, seeing you for what you do. And people won't be able to like, you know, touch you type of thing, because you're also going to be very protected this month as well. And the Wheel of Fortune, this literally came out earlier for me as well today twice. So yes, the wheel is definitely turning for a lot of people. Cycles are changing, life is changing. February is going to be since tomorrow's February 1st, to whoever sees this, whether you're seeing this today on January 31st or you're seeing this in the month of February, if you see this the first couple of days of February, then just letting you know that February 1st represents like the new moon lunar eclipse, and that's basically like a day where it's like the new year. Like when you go into 2022, you know, and you like basically December 31st to January 1st, that's what January 31st, January 1st is all about. It's all about new cycles. It's all about a new year. And February, if you haven't even had the best year just yet, February 1st will be a great time to start for things to be better and, you know, in general. And it'll bring a lot of good energies for a lot of people. It'll bring a lot of like intense tower moments, intense changes for a lot of people. February will be a month of big opportunities for a lot of people, because a lot of people are really, you know, putting in that work, putting in that major energy, and there will be a lot of, you know, things that come through. We have the Seven of Swords, and this is kind of just let me know, like, a lot of people look at this as, like, a very sneaky type of energy. I like to look at it as, like, taking really big steps in the right direction. And with the Seven of Cups, that's, like, major opportunities, but it's, like, this really, like, is what I'm focused on out of all of these, because it's literally, like, lighting up, basically, and showing me, like, there's all of these, you know, amazing, beautiful things that you could be paying attention to. But so many major opportunities, so many major blessings are coming your way. And I'm going to go ahead and do my other tarot deck while I'm, you know, continue talking and stuff. But there's going to be major, you know, major changes where it's like you step into this new energy and you're not holding back anymore. You're not holding on to what no longer serves you. You're not holding on to the past. You're not worried about what other people think. Like, you're just taking major big steps in your life, and things are just naturally falling, you know, the way they're meant to be for you. And, you know, a lot of people are going to go into these changes and have so many opportunities, but are so focused on, you know, one opportunity that you're like, yeah, I have all these other opportunities around me, but the one that's most beneficial is going to be the one I pay attention to the most. And that's really what's coming through. Like, it's going to be like the like air energy, I would say, like flowing type of thing. We also have water energy, which is like that emotional energy that you know, also communication, like I said, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plex. Yeah. Alright, so we have the Empress that just fell out, and I like to think of that as like that's a divine feminine energy, and that's somebody who is attracting, you know, everything they could ever imagine, attracting love, attracting abundance, attracting, you know, their dream life. We also have the Knight of Coins that came out. This is also somebody who is in a very mature energy, attracting a very mature, stable partner into their life, friendships, partners, life in general, just a very mature energy when it comes to life. Like somebody who no longer lets the past affect them, somebody who is no longer around people who are just, you know, immature when it comes to that energy, and somebody who is bringing all of these major energies into their life because they're super focused on like what the future has to say. And I also pick up like this person is very, you could be around somebody at this very moment, and this person is very focused on you, very fixated on you, and this person is just very, like, much sees you when it comes to, like, maybe the future. When I look at the Eight of Cups, I like to think of it as, like, the future energy. And like I said, the moon, this cup keeps coming out, and this is somebody who is looking towards their future. Somebody who, you know, somebody who is walking towards this future, maybe of enlightenment, maybe of, you know, a very mature, stable energy. Somebody who is very much walking into this very abundant energy, a very successful type of energy, because you have everything you could ever want and so much more. And then with the Five of Swords, it's almost, I'm not necessarily like cry for help, but like somebody who like has manifested and asked for all of this stuff, and the universe kind of just hands it to you, and it's like happy tears almost, especially when it comes to like all of this success and shit that, you know, starts to happen into your life, because you're like, I never knew I could, you know, I never knew I was, you know, capable of this. I never knew I had this in me. And this is there's a lot of like water energy. This is like somebody who has hoped and prayed for all of this to happen, and it's happened, and it's happening for that person, and it's like it's everything you could ever have imagined, and it's all just right in front of you. And that's really where that Five of Swords come in, because it's like, I'm not depressed, I'm not upset about this, I'm simply happy that this has happened to me. You know, I'm simply grateful that this has happened to me. I'm simply grateful that I was able to, you know, receive this miracle in my life. And I do feel like we have somebody who's attracting in their soul family. I feel like this last card, okay, I'm waiting for one card to just come out for this last one, but we have the Queen of Cups, and this is kind of let me know, like, there's a very sneaky energy around you, as it, like, you got somebody watching you, you got somebody paying attention to you, you got somebody who's, you know, trying to make moves towards you. You got somebody who's very, like, focused and fixated on you. And we have somebody who's in a very nurturing energy with the Queen of Cups and the Empress. We have somebody who's, like a mother figure almost. Somebody who kind of just draws in anything and everything they want. Yes, okay, that makes sense now, because I was waiting for one card to come out. But we just have this very, like, fascinated, like, somebody who's just very, very in tune with their emotions. Somebody's very, you know, successful in their life, very stable. Somebody who's just, you know, kind of gets anything and everything that they could ever want. Damn, okay. So, with that Queen of Cups and that Empress, like, this is truly somebody who is very, like, very feminine energy, like, very, you know, and it's very much attracting people towards you. Okay, the Ten of Wands is what came out finally after all of those cards. So this is kind of like somebody who has planted all of these seeds and planted everything they have ever wanted in order for this to grow. That's why that Five of Swords came out. Like, you see how she's, like, crying and stuff. This is we have somebody who is finally happy from the seeds that they have planted months, weeks, years, days. Literally somebody who's just very, like, very much simply just living their fucking best life, and they planted seeds for this one thing to come in, and this tree that is growing, this seed that has been planted, it's a very sturdy, stable, grounded future. It's a future that has been, planted many times in the past before, and the tree is finally finished growing after all of these years, especially if you planted a lot of seeds when you were younger. And specifically, I'm kind of talking to like my people who have when they were younger, they would listen to like certain songs and like manifestations and stuff, and somebody who like has always had this knowing within them, and it just makes a lot of sense. Like, if you've listened to songs when you were younger and you like really like would listen to the lyrics, or you've always just been very in tune, very much, you pay attention to things very much well, like you're very self-aware type of thing, you're very aware of what's going on around you, you just pay attention to all the aspects of life, your third eye is very fully open, and you kind of just see things. Life is just kind of happening the way you've always wanted it to. Like, I'm sitting here realizing that back in October of 2021, and it's already about February, I planted these seeds October, November, December, January, like 4 months ago. And this stuff, truly, it started coming into my reality in December, okay? And it is now about February, and I truly feel like, what had been planted 4 months ago is really coming into reality. And that's what's going to happen this month. Like, you're going to really have those deja vu moments, those aha moments where you're like, I really planted this seed this many months ago, this many weeks ago, this many years ago, and all of that is coming into your reality. And by being in that divine Empress energy, allowing yourself to be emotionally available, emotionally fulfilling, in that High Priestess energy, this is a very female, like that female energy. And you don't have to be female, you can be non-binary male, and you can just be very much in tune with your feminine energy. And we got somebody who has such a bright future ahead of them. It's like you already know, with that moon energy, that intuition, that knowing, and that guidance, that that ability to just know that amazing things are unfolding, and life is about to get so much better for you. And it might feel like a very, like with the devil earlier, I was saying, it might feel like things are like very intense, things are very fiery type of energy. It might feel like a lot of fire sign energy, even if you don't have fire sign within your chart, but there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of transformation for people when it comes to yourself, when it comes to how people see you, when it comes to people attracted towards you, when it comes to just life in general. Things are really truly coming in, and life is about to get like 10 times better for a lot of people, because a lot of people, a lot of females, males, non-binary, a lot of people are getting into their feminine energy and realizing that they can attract anything and everything they want in that feminine energy, especially by allowing yourself to be very emotionally available. You attract your finances in. You attract that love offer. You attract your manifestations in. You attract any and everything that you have always desired and want. That car, that home, that business, that, whatever you've always had your mind set on, and, you've always had that knowing, it's on its way. I just saw 2929 on the camera, so if you see 2s, 9s, there's so many new beginnings, so many blessings coming towards you. And if you've seen a lot of crows represent rebirth and death and fertility and wisdom and intuition and just that knowing and, inner guidance and all that stuff. you're on the right path. And if you see a lot of crows, that's your spirit animals in this current present moment, letting you know that everything's not only going to be a-okay, but life is really just happening the way it is meant to happen for you. And you are so abundantly blessed and grateful for everything that is coming into your reality. So, sending you so much love and light. Sending you so much love, and light. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye.